Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-July 2022 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This will not resonate with every Taurus that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Taurus, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Taurus. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Taurus and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit only for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's see what's going on for my Taurians from now to the end of July in love and romance. I am tuning into an energy that's in around your energetic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment. Whether you are single or you're taken, whether you're together with this person or apart from this person and separation from this person right now, who's coming through for Taurus's reading and why, Spirit? Ooh, Taurus, let's talk about it. Warning, do not miss the red flags here. So yeah, Taurus, there's something that has been in your gut about a certain someone, their intentions, their, what they're really up to, what is their purpose of coming into your life. And if some of you have been getting a gut feeling about a specific someone that something doesn't really feel right, or it could just be simply as far as, what they're telling you isn't really how they feel. You're on point with your intuitive feelings at this time about this person. I also kind of feel, Taurus, that there could be someone who kind of has a playette type of vibe here who, may be telling you all the right things but has no intentions in actually pursuing them moving forward. I almost feel like for some of you, you recently caught them in a lie, or you caught them kind of, BSing about something. And if it's already starting, or if this person already has to feel like they are fronting with you, Taurus, that's a big red flag here. And, I know this isn't the message everyone wants to hear, but when Spirit has to bring it forward, I can only bring the truth to you guys, okay? The letter W is sticking out to me. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone, as in Warren, as in, Wendy, whatever it is for some of you guys. It's not for everyone. But yeah, there's something here that Spirit wants to bring to your attention about this person, about their motives, about, if they're really telling you the truth or not, Taurus, if they are looking for love, if they're looking for stability and long term, or if they're just looking to have a good time. Let's dig deeper into this. I just saw a stop sign, okay? So interesting, someone could live like right next to a stop sign at a corner of a, street or something like that. Stop sign right when you get into someone's apartment or home type of area. But yeah, that's a big message that something needs to be addressed here, or something needs to be seen here that maybe someone has been putting on the rose-colored glasses trying to avoid, or just putting their intuition off about it because I don't have any proof, I don't have any evidence. Your intuition's right about something here. Express your love. Yeah, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Interesting. Okay, so what I feel with this energy here with express your love, yeah, someone's not really telling you how they feel, Taurus. Someone has been avoiding conversation. Someone has been keeping you at a distance, pushing you away. and not fully expressing themselves. And to me, that kind of indicates, Taurus, maybe what you want out of this, they're not ready for. And I feel that, you've been trying to be patient. You've been trying to understand them. You've been trying to get where they're at, but they're not giving you much to go on. I gotta say, Taurus, I feel you've done enough in this. Put the ball in their court. If they really want it, they know where you're at. They know your number. They know where you guys can meet up and talk or have a phone call if it is that long distance, whatever it is. But someone's not fully saying everything, and it's leaving the other person hanging here. So I heard hanging on a thread. And I feel that if this person, I don't know, maybe they're ignoring their own intuition to move forward with you, Taurus. They're getting this nudge, they're getting this indication that now's the time, but they're just ignoring the pursuit. They're ignoring their feelings about this with you. And I think that's what's making it so hard for you guys to fully walk away from this, because they're not saying everything. But then again, Taurus, it's not on your control to get them to say something they're not ready to say or do something they're not ready to do. And it's frustrating you. And some of you are just kind of wondering, if I should just walk away from this, if I should just, leave this. And maybe that is the right time for now. But again, we'll get into the tarot and break it down further. I'm seeing someone with like a red jacket or a red hoodie that maybe they wore the last time you guys saw each other, or they wear all the time when they get home, they pull it on. Interesting. I even get like someone still has their this may be just for the United States. I don't know if other countries have this type of thing, but in high school you have to dress out for PE, physical education, and someone still may have their high school, PE shirt, PE shorts, hoodie that they still wear. I don't know why I'm picking up on that. Maybe you've known this person since high school, met in high school. And if that's the case, that's been going on for a long time and they're still not ready. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the tarot. Tell me about this situation between Taurus and this energy that's coming through. What's unfolding from now till the end of July? Will they speak on it? Will they forever hold their peace? What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, interesting. Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Taurus. Now with the cards out, it's making a lot more sense that this warning here is for this person to act now or they're going to lose you because you're done waiting. I see it with the Eight of Cups. There's potential here for this to grow into a beautiful connection, but someone's just not waking up. Someone just doesn't want to move forward. Someone's just, whether it's because it's been a long time, whether it's because they're unsure of what they want, whatever it is, they're trying to work more with their mind, their thoughts about this, more than how they feel. And that's really the major blockage here. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. Okay, yeah, Aquarius energy coming through. So with this Five of Swords in the background for the setup here, I really do feel recently you guys got into some sort of confrontation with this person. You guys kind of got in some sort of debate. I feel like this person, the way they flirt with you or the way they kind of joke around with you is that they mess with you. They try to pick at you. They try to, do sarcastic little jibes. But that last time it happened, it kind of pissed you guys off with whatever they said. But again, with the Five of Swords, there's something of protection here. They're not putting everything out there because they don't want to get hurt. They're trying to have the upper hand in this situation with you, Taurus. So they're trying to keep their cards close to their chest. But that's the thing that's kind of making you want to walk away the most. If you're not being real with me, honest with me, after all this time for some of you, then when will you be? And you're kind of done with the mind games with this person. It's they're never fully upfront. They're never fully revealing anything to you. Maybe they're a little subliminal, passive aggressive, and you're just so over that. And I feel with the Five of Swords, maybe since that debate, maybe since that little argument you guys have had, you haven't talked since. And maybe that could have been a few days ago, a couple weeks ago for most of you. But yeah, it's a little petty. You find this person to be a little bit petty. I feel like this is the type of person that will bring up certain instances from the past when you guys are in an argument to make you feel guilty about a situation, which that should have been squashed a long time ago. And I also kind of feel, you know, that this person, they do become defensive with their words because, I don't know, maybe they kind of grew up with someone that wasn't super, you know, attentive to their emotions and would say things just as they are, doesn't like to sugarcoat, doesn't like to, you know, lay it down easy. They rather be honest, but sometimes their honesty is a bit hurtful and a bit inconsiderate. With the Five of Swords, most definitely. So, you know, I feel like when you try to bring up conversations or you want to get to, you know, the bottom of a situation, they avoid, they sidestep, or, you know, they bring up certain instances or certain times in the past that are meant to make you feel bad about where it's at now. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but it feels very strongly here with this Five of Swords. But, you know, with the cards laid out, and we'll get into in a second, they're starting to feel bad about what happened with whatever this Five of Swords situation was that you guys recently went through. An argument, you know, someone just saying something that was kind of hurtful at the, you know, moment. They just kind of wanted to be right or win the conversation or, you know, keep their security by not revealing everything, by not saying everything. And I feel you were the one to end the conversation. You were the one to stop replying or just leave. Even if you were in their house, at their apartment, you got up and left for some of you. This person is still a little bit ego-centered, just to let you know. But some of you may already be well aware of that. Someone could have like a neck tattoo or like a birthmark on their neck, a mole on their neck that's pretty apparent. Or even like, you know, when you guys would be physical, if you have been physical with one another. If you haven't, it's not your message, but I'm seeing a lot of like breathing or feeling a lot of breathing on the neck, kissing on the neck. Maybe someone's left a hickey before. Just confirmations for someone out there. Let's get right on into it. At the center of this is the Four of Wands, Aries energy. So what I feel with this Four of Wands is that this is what someone wants. You know, a partnership that, yeah, is stable, but also that there's so much passion, enjoyment, excitement. Someone feels like there's so much more that can be expressed, that can be done. If you would give me the chance, I'd show you how solid we could be together. You know, this is with 1111 card. Some of you may be, you know, born on May 1st, May 11th. Maybe some of you have been seeing 1111 quite frequently at this time, which indicates too, you know, these intuitive hits that Spirit's sending to you, Taurus, is that, you know, there needs to be a new start at this. There needs to be a breakthrough in this if this is going to work. But I get that for whoever, you know, has been patient, who has been trying to express their love, who has been wanting to move forward, but not wanting to do all the work, it's definitely not your place to try to do this more or to try to pursue this more. I definitely feel if they were the ones to say something to you that hurt your feelings, that, you know, was not okay, you're not the one that should try to fix the situation. They need to come and apologize. But again, I do think they're starting to get that they were in the wrong here because they know you are a fun person to be around. They know that you would be a solid person to be around, to be a partner. If they could, you know, again, there could be some commitment issues here for sure. But if they did see themselves with someone or could see themselves with someone, you would definitely be the first person that would come to mind. If that, you know, thought ever crossed their mind, if they actually ever thought about moving forward in this, being solid in this. But I really do feel the issue here, the center part of this issue here, is the lack of stability, the lack of, passion, maybe recently in the connection, but also just realizing that maybe this is one-sided. Four of Wands, usually you see two people in the, Rider-Waite-Smith depiction celebrating here. But in this card, there's only one person who has this idea, who has this thought, who has this pull and drive for a partnership. But am I being too idealistic in this? Am I really not seeing the full picture in this, that maybe this is something I just can't have with this particular person? These questions are coming across someone's mind here. I kind of feel that with this Four of Wands, can this person really be my other half? Maybe for some of you, when you first met them, it was like no doubt in your mind. But as time continues to go on, like, you're starting to see that maybe this isn't the case. Some of you are really at the mid to end of July are really starting to feel like maybe I was wrong in this, despite my feelings, despite my intuition telling me there's more to this. But again, like, you can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. And if it's not them, is it time to move on to find that one, to find that person? What's crossing this is Judgment. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, also Scorpio energy for me as a reader. Yeah, I do feel for some of you, like with one interpretation I took with the warning and express your love card, this is spirit trying to wake them up, Hello, Taurus is not going to stick around forever. And once Taurus makes up their mind, it's made up for good. Taurus does not like change, but if it becomes inevitable, then they'll switch to the new perception, then they'll switch to the new shift. And once that movement's been made, it's really, really hard to get a Taurus back. It's really, really hard to convince Taurus, once their mind's made up, that there's anything more to it. Because again, Taurus, what you've seen, what they've shown, hasn't proved anything that this person's willing to do more for this in this situation. But trust me, Taurus, Spirit has been trying to send them the signs that you're done waiting, that you're pulling away. And whether they sense that through your energy or, again, it's just 2 + 2 = 4. Eventually, it all adds up to me just pulling away because you're pushing me out, because you're not honest, because you're not wanting to talk it out. They're definitely getting messages and signs of you, confirmation, synchronicities, seeing your birthday, hearing your name, seeing your name, hearing the song that you like to play the most in the car. I don't know why this certain playlist is coming up that maybe you made for them through Spotify or that they made for you. Confirmations again. But, enough's enough. And Spirit's really trying to say this is your last chance if you want Taurus. And maybe you guys should give it till the end of July for them to make their final move, their last move. I also kind of sense, Taurus, too, that you've been asking Spirit for clarity in this. You've been asking Spirit, is this worth another chance? Is this worth it all? Because I feel stuck. I feel alone. I feel that, I'm the only one in all of this. And I think Spirit has been kind of, through intuitive messages, through tarot readings that you've been looking up, through, your own cards, if you pull cards for yourself, it's kind of leading you to make a decision, make a final judgment on this. But maybe, again, give it, if you were really hoping for this, give it till the end of July. Because Spirit's trying to do what they can, but we all have free will. And although we may have certain contracts, although we may have certain plans, through our free will, we sometimes choose something that's outside what's planned for us. And that's out of our control. If you guys have spent the night at each other's houses, there is someone that has a really annoying alarm that gets set very early that always wakes the other person up. And maybe it's even like a song that comes up as someone's alarm. Anyway. Crowning this reading is the King of Swords. Aquarius energy again in this. Yeah, I feel with this energy here, it's kind of, I feel on your side, Taurus, but again, rules could be whatever. But if this is your energy, you're not playing around anymore. And you're not going to be as patient, as receptive with this person. You expect the truth. You expect clarity. You expect honesty. You're so over this Five of Swords energy of passive aggressiveness, of pettiness, mind games. You're pretty clear on what it is that you want. And if they're not giving it to you, you're not going to give it back, A. B, you're going to keep your distance. And until they make the right choices, until they make the right moves, you're not going to give them a second of your time. You're not going to be the one to reach out. You're not going to be the one to call and apologize for something you didn't do wrong. So I feel like you're holding your ground with this King of Swords, Taurus, and they do kind of find you intimidating at this time because of this shift of energy, because of this, new you that they're seeing. But this side was always a part of you. You just didn't pull it out until now. And I think you're going to call them out a lot more, or have been calling them out a lot more. The second they're not being upfront, the second they kind of lie about something, or if it's not lying per se, it's just more about, not being fully transparent with you. You're being stern. You're being serious. And you're frustrated. And some of you are pissed. And, I feel like you have every right to be if this is your situation here. Because you feel like they've been, lingering you on for too long. They've been, making you hang and wait for too long. Someone's been doing squats recently, and it shows, okay? I don't know. I'm seeing like the exercise of squats. And someone has maybe very powerful thighs, thick thighs, nice legs, toned legs. Someone's been working on it. Progress is being made for someone, not all. But yeah, you're cutting through the BS. You're seeing through the BS now. And with this energy, you are a lot more clear. You are a little bit savage about it, but you have to be, because you saw that trying to be nice, trying to be patient wasn't working for you. So now you have to work for yourself. And this is showing this person, how serious you really are. What's reading this is the Two of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy. Yeah, the connection is starting to dissolve here. The emotions are starting to become detached. Where there once was a strong bond is starting to deteriorate. And again, it's from someone not being real. It's from the amount of time this has taken. And I feel, Taurus, too, like it's been hard for you to detach from your emotions from this situation, from this person. But they gave you no other choice because they weren't expressing it. And it was one-sided here emotionally that you felt. This is also, someone who's completely emotionally unavailable. And you're starting to see that now. Or maybe you're stopping making excuses for it now. You're, I don't know. And maybe with the excuses, that's what they always had for why they, the situation or the connection hasn't progressed further, why they couldn't be there. I feel for some of you, there's a specific time where you really needed them the most and they weren't there. And that has always kind of left a strong imprint in the connection. the fact that they didn't show up, the fact that they didn't meet you halfway emotionally when you needed them. That's still kind of what's remaining as a foundation in this connection here. And, you know, I wonder if some of you are just thinking, will they ever change? But it's making you start to fall out of this. Your energy, how they see you right now, wherever you're at in this, is the 8 of Cups, Pisces energy. You're ready to walk away from this if you need to. If they're not going to, you know, for some of you, apologize. If they're not going to, you know, pursue this any further, if they're not going to step up and make the move, you are emotionally withdrawing from this. You are starting to feel like this isn't worth the fight anymore emotionally. That there's not enough emotional fulfillment here, emotional security here, and emotional awareness here for you to stay. And for some of you, not all, but for some of you, it is kind of breaking your heart to feel like you have to fully let this go, to take the steps to move away from this. But you'll do it because you're not the one to be played. You're not the one to wait around. You're not the one to be left hanging, period. And they sense this, Taurus. For some reason, whether, you know, with whatever argument or debate or whatever disagreement you guys had in the past, there's something that really stood out as, you know, you're not reacting the same. Something they said took it too far. Somehow they sense this 8 of Cups energy coming from you, that you really are thinking of walking away fully this time if you haven't already. You haven't replied to their messages. You haven't, you know, called them back if you did have missed calls from them. Or it's very, very, you know, short, you know, with the King of Swords here. If this is your energy, very short, very, you know, not, it comes off that you don't want to engage in this. But again, maybe you're just waiting and hoping that by having this energy towards the situation, they're going to wake up and get it. Right? Their energy in this, Taurus, is the Emperor. So, you know, Aries energy again coming through. You know, different than what I usually feel with this card. I have to go with my feelings and my gut feelings on this. You know, sometimes it is a card of stepping up, wanting to step up, and that could be the case for some of you. But honestly, I kind of feel like they're still putting on this poker face out of pride. They want things their way only, and they're very hard to compromise. I almost feel like, Taurus, you thought you were stubborn until you met this person. Yeah, and maybe there's a huge age difference between the two of you. Maybe this person is much older than you are. Or maybe, you know, they have children with other people. And so they kind of feel like if that's the case, you know, I have to give more priority to my children. I have to work certain things out with, you know, ex, you know, mother, ex, father, whatever, baby daddy, baby mama type of thing here. Yeah, they are shutting you out in a very cold way. Or they have been doing this up until this point. And there's 2 4s here. So 4-4, 4-4-4, May 4th, May 14th, April 24th could be your birthdays. I kind of do feel the need to clarify this though, just to see if there's anything else I'm missing from this Emperor energy that they're kind of showing in this connection. Can you clarify the Emperor a little bit more, Spirit? The Death card. Whoa. Scorpio energy. Okay, I need more. And the Emperor. Emperor twice. So officially 4-4-4 is on the spread. And then the Tower moment. Wow. Okay. Taurus. So this argument or this dispute or this fight, whatever, was a Tower moment for a lot of you. Whether it was calling them out about something, whether it was just a disagreement about where things are between the two of you, what they weren't able to express, whatever, this was a Tower moment for them. More than what they're revealing to you, actually, Taurus. It affected them a lot more than you may see from this. But again, like, I feel Spirit has been trying to move this forward, or I really do feel there's more to this connection than what you've seen from this. But again, you know, they have a choice to make. And Spirit has been trying to get them to do their growth here. With the Death card and the Emperor too, I wonder if someone has lost their father. You know, their father has gone to the 5D, is no longer with us here. And that's a wound that's still kind of a father wound, maybe, if it's not the loss of a father. It's just a strong father wound that exists within someone that has played to the development and the behavior that is stemming from the ego here. Maybe someone's father wasn't who they needed them to be, or who kind of contributed to this coldness, to this detachment here. But, you know, with this combination in the Tower moment, I really do feel Spirit is trying to speed along the connection that's supposed to happen in this, that is meant to happen into this. Further, the argument you guys had, or the dispute, was something Spirit put in place here. But it was supposed to lead them to their growth, to finally shed some sort of ego that they're still holding on to make them really grow. So that's a positive sign that, you know, this combination here is leading more towards Spirit trying to get them to step up and do the right thing. To leave behind any sort of, you know, any sort of energy or ideas that has been long deteriorated, that no longer is the truth of the connection here, such as, you know, I'm not ready for this, or I'm not ready for a commitment, or I'm not ready to pursue this. Like, Spirit's telling them, absolutely not. There's an ego death that they're going through, Taurus, and until that ego death is complete, they won't be ready to move forward. But I feel they are in the process, and since you guys have last spoken, of them kind of realizing, you know, what wasn't right, what wasn't okay for them to say or okay for them to do, and they're starting to really get it. I feel for most of you, this is strongly indicating the divine masculine here is going through this transformation. And that doesn't have anything to do with gender or sex. It has to do with what we feel we resonate most with as far as feminine or masculine energy. A female can most definitely have dominant masculine, or vice versa, right? But whoever is the divine masculine here, they're the ones doing this transformation, doing this growth, needing to step up. For some of you, that's just confirmation. All right, Taurus. To see the likely outcome of the situation between the two of you, what is likely to happen and unfold in your love life by the end of July, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of the situation, and I'm also going to pull oracle cards as well, dive deeper into this connection, give you an idea if there's anything else you need to know about this connection and situation to see if it's worth it or not. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Taurus, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way, has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.